Do not miss out on this opportunity. And the opportunity that I'm referring to has to do with the market. More specifically, the S&P 500, which tracks the top 500 largest publicly traded US companies. In 2022, there was a substantial decline in the market. Then there was a bounce back, and we've had a pretty consistent rally in the last few months. But I'm here to tell you that the market might not be back on track, and there will be a significant movement in the future. In order for me to properly explain what this opportunity is, we have to go back in time to 2020 during the pandemic, as well as 2018. Both of these scenarios and timelines, the S&P 500 or the market had a substantial decline. 2020, pretty self-explanatory. People didn't know what the COVID virus was and the extent to the damage it had on businesses and the economy. In 2018, there were a variety of reasons, one of which is very similar to today, the high interest rates, among other things like tariffs. If we compare and analyze the last two significant drops in the market, we can identify five major movements reflected in the five arrows. The first movement is a drop in the market, which is then followed by a bounce, which is reflected by the green arrow. And then as the market starts to recover, there is a retraction, which can be reflected in the third arrow. And as the market starts to then reach previous level highs that you can see in the fourth arrow, and it reaches this resistance level, then there is another retraction and drop in the market that is usually larger than the retraction that occurred before. So the fifth and final arrow is larger than the third arrow for both of these scenarios. If we compare that to what we see from 2022 to the present 2024, we can at least identify four of these five major patterns. First, we see the drop, then we see the bounce back, and then as it starts to recover, we see a retraction, then another bull run. So the only question is, can we expect that fifth arrow? I would be pretty confident. With that said, timing the market is very difficult to do. So we don't exactly know when this arrow will occur. 2020, for instance, the red arrow occurred after breaking through the resistance level. This wasn't the case with 2018. So we don't know at what point and when the retraction will occur. However, you don't have to time the market to take advantage of this opportunity. You simply need to be strategic with your portfolio, take advantage of certain expected or more likely outcomes. So for instance, hedging your portfolio through shorts. I will continue to be long for the S&P 500 because it is the market, and I believe the market, even looking at past data, has returned an annualized return of 11%. So I will continue to be long for the market, for the S&P 500. However, that does not prevent me from looking at these long-term patterns and swings and taking advantage and capitalizing on those moments or in those moments by taking short positions and therefore hedging. And that is the opportunity that I'm presenting to you.